Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits. Today joined by
Brett.
I'm at my seats checking out some more Lambic, some more Fonteinen Lambic. And this is one of the one-offs they released this year. This is the Fonteinen Robijn. This was originally one of the Spelling van Lot series.
Oh yeah,
one,
yeah.
that was turned into its own release.
More regular,
just like
bigger release.
Just like Adbay that we had. Adbay. Was just Adbay it was called? The one we had? Yeah.
The one with strawberries.
Which was, everyone hated, but we actually liked.
Yeah, not everybody hated.
No, but some people were like, what the fuck is this?
It wasn't pretty nice.
It was nice, but it was not like world class.
Which everything has to be.
No. But it's a world class year today so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully this won't break that stride. Won't turn
let's
us down. Will. It's got to keep us moving. So Robijn is basically their attempt at making a more complex version of the Oud Creek. It's got 35% fruit intensity in the bottle, and it's sour cherries, and it's aged in oak barrels, but also toasted oak.
Yeah.
And that's why it has that little toasty, or that little barrel symbol on there. Michael likes it, I think, because he smiles. It's 6.1%, and it's blend number 84 of the 18-19 season.
Yeah.
So we had
I think
Chablis.
there are quite a few blends of this beer from 2020.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's bottled in 19.
But the thing is, like the blend,
Released
like
in
every
yes.
barrel they blend from, when they if they do 2 or 3 barrels and then they run out and they have more barrels, they call that unique blends because they will age differently in bottles and different barrels.
Yeah, I've seen a few blends of this one being in a very high regard.
The Spelling van Lot version was very highly regarded, but it seems like
I can't remember with this one.
It seems like all the Spelling van Lot versions are very highly regarded because they're very rare and very exclusive, and then they get more distribution, and then people is like,
and it's basically the same here.
But I don't know. I haven't had any Spelling van Lots, I can't say. But it looks nice.
Yeah.
Hazy or red color.
Turkey gravy, cherry.
Yours is like
mine is turkey
muddy.
gravy, almost like brown.
Yours looks like muddy water.
Like nutty cherry.
Muddy waters.
Yeah.
Chablis was much
Almost
darker.
like chestnut.
Yeah. Chestnutty red.
Chestnutty red.
Yeah.
And slightly pink head, but it's not nearly as dark as the Chablis, but it's got the aroma on Robijn. Much more sharp cherry character and not deep cherry.
No, it
and
reminds
not as
me
much
more of the
almond.
regular Eau de Kriek, and it smells much younger.
Yeah. And it just smells a bit more simple in terms of the fruit character. Like, it's just nice straight up vanilla almond, but it's not got the same level of depth. And I think it's just because it's not the same like
I just think it generally smells more like fruity cherry.
Yeah.
Rather than like spicy
and deep and
almondy
and sweet.
Yeah, and it's not as funky. Not nearly as funky as Chablis.
It's a lighter funk. I'm getting a bit of cinnamon, like dry cinnamon still.
Yeah.
And a little bit of almond, but it's just like a much more fruity lambic in terms of the fruit flavor. It sounds weird to say that a fruit lambic is more fruity, but it's just more like straight fruit without like the same crazy or just heavier levels of depth.
I'll say, I think this one has more spice character than almond and vanilla character.
Yes. And I think it has that because of the toasted oak, so it boosts it because there is a bit more of a slight. I don't want to say charry, but like just more dry woody edge.
Yeah, it's more woody.
Yeah,
like this toasty, spicy, woody character, definitely.
But it smells nice.
There's more like clean barrel character, whereas Chablis was more funky, woody.
Yeah. It smells nice. Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Also less carbonated.
Yeah.
It's actually quite funky and woody. Much more woody. It's also a bit sweeter.
But I think the flavors is much younger.
Yeah.
It's
not as funky.
Much younger.
But the interesting thing is, like, I feel like this sweetness might be like wood that amplifies it.
Yeah. It's much more woody.
And it amplifies the cinnamon.
Barrel.
Michael wants to say something.
Yeah, just wondering. The other one was much more sour than this one.
Yeah.
And this is milder. This is more mild.
Yeah.
And perhaps
but I think
because there's less fruit.
Yeah. And cherries are sour. And the other one, like this is sour cherries, but the other are black sour cherries.
Yeah. But
so
like it's hard because I think Chablis was more sour, but it was like a medium sourness. This one is less sour, but it's also a bit more flat. You know, it's not as expressive. Like the whole character of
Also
like
flat in
funk
terms
and
of-
fruit and barrel. It's not as expressive and complex.
No.
It's a bit
and
more.
also a little bit more flat in terms of just carbonation. It's very lightly carbonated actually.
Yeah.
But I still think it's a very good blend. It actually
It's
just really good. But I can see why if people maybe have this side by side with Intense Red, which was a release at the time, I can see why it gets disappointed because Intense Red is like up here. This is a few steps below.
Yeah, and also compared to Schaubix.
Yeah, in terms of saying Haute Creek, I think I'd have a hard time. It's been a long time since I had the Haute Creek, but I'd say quite similar. As far as I remember, maybe just more toasty and spicy because it seems like the toasted wood amplifies a bit more of the cinnamon.
I've had a few Haute Creek blends that have been actually world class, that have been amazing, where I just happened to get a bottle that was
Also
great,
nice dry,
better
dryness.
than this, but yeah.
Nice dryness, a good amount of tannins too.
Yeah, it has this like dry, tannic,
almost like
grape character.
Yeah, or like a cherry skin or something. But I think it's very good. But Schaubix was definitely like, it just has the edge in terms of complexity compared to this.
Yeah.
But that was also 10% beer, there's only 6. But the interesting thing is that beer drank like this in terms of strength.
Yeah.
Which was nuts for an almost 10% Lambic.
Absolutely.
But yeah, would I prefer this over Haute Creek from him? Not necessarily.
Depends on the blend. I'll probably pick an Haute Creek also because of the price.
It really depends on the blend too.
Yeah. You can get some blends of Haute Creek that are very cheap and amazing, like into that world class territory.
I think I like this more than Art Bay. Because I think Art Bay was nice, but that green strawberry, it got a little bit too, maybe not too much, but it was just, in the length of drinking it, I think I'll enjoy this more than Art Bay.
Yeah, maybe, but I think...
But for me, it's like early 90s still, just before world class. It's like 93 or 94, I think it's a very nice Lambic. But it's just not like the same, like, not top-notch kind of level as Schaubix. It's not into world class. Yeah,
and it's just like the Intense Ward we had, was it last year?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Amazing good.
And again, I've had a blend or two of Haute Creek, a toasted one and a regular one that was absolutely a level above this, or maybe 2. So I'll probably go 92 for this one. Okay. I think it's a nice Lambic, but I've certainly had better from Fonteinen.
Yeah,
but it's very. The good thing is that it's balanced, but I would like more flavors and complexity in it.
Yeah, complexity is what I want more of. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit more carbonation too.
Yes.
And then I would love, like just like a tad bit of sourness more. Yeah. Because it's not like that sour. It's actually. Yeah, it's almost.
It falls a bit flat.
Actually, it's almost Goose-like in terms of sourness. Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
And I do think it's young beer.
But it tastes very young. Like, that's my general impression, that I don't know how it will develop, but maybe this could have, sat in the bottle for 1 or 2 years more, actually, because luckily I have another bottle, so I'll probably keep it.
It says it's got this, so it's been in a toasted oak barrel for at least 4 months, and it's had 1 kilo of fruit per liter of Lambic, just like the other one. Yeah. It's just a different type of cherry. Yeah, but it's like the base blend different. Yeah, possibly. It probably is. Fermented 5 months in the bottle. Yeah. It's still a very nice beer. Yeah. It's not something I'd be disappointed or unhappy drinking at all in any way, shape, or form. It's what I drink much, like, the reason why we maybe seem somewhat disappointed sometimes when we have some of these Fonteinen, even though we give them like early 90s grades, is just because Lambic we hold to a quite high regard. And this is just like not as good as some of the top tier stuff we've had. So like we often reference these kind of beers as being better than we have like when we have some wild ales. And they are, and I would definitely drink this over a lot of cherry wild ales. But you just can't help being just slightly disappointed when it's not as the crazy top tier level that you sometimes get. But again, this is not like crazy one-offs or anything. It has crazy distribution. Schaubix was a bit more restrictive in terms of that. So is the Lupepe series from Cantillon. Lupepe Creek if we're talking about these Lambics. So all that always depends. It's I don't want to say it, but it's almost like a very nice everyday Lambic. Yeah, it's a bit more easygoing. Yeah. Absolutely, it's probably a bottle you could keep for a couple of years because 100%, I think it tastes very young now, and
and it will probably develop nicely.
Yeah, I agree.
So
if you guys had a chance to try Fonteinen Robijn, specifically the 84, a blend number 84 from the 1819 season, nice stuff. Again, I've never had a Fonteinen product I've given below at least like 92, 93 or something.
No, it's always
like
very
really, really, really good or world class.
Yeah.
But again, like we've said in previous reviews, we just tend to prefer their blended gooses more so than the fruit.
Amman and Gaston is just
fucking great.
The way to go.
We had the battle with fucking.
We'll have a battle soon when I've been aging them for a bit. A golden blend, Amman and Gaston, and Eau de Goose.
And we also have
maybe
a fresh
a platinum blend.
We also have a fresh golden blend to battle.
Yeah.
Or just to drink on its own.
Yes.
We have loads of beer. But if you guys had this, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We're going to say cheers.
Yes.
Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to see you guys in another beer review.